It's another electrifying episode of Nepa, and you are welcome to the only platform that talks about electricity. We don't just talk about electricity. As you already know, we educate you, we inform you, and of course, we enlighten you. Good morning. My name is Victoria Festus. And if you're just tuning in or joining us for the first time, you're just seeing this face for the first time, you're highly welcome. You're welcome to Up Nepa. And of course, this morning, I'm not going to be riding this boat alone. I'm going to be with in fact, let her introduce herself. I don't need to.
Vicky. All right,
Let
good.
her introduce herself.
All right, good morning. My name is Sifia Yaman, and I'm delighted to be here this morning. As you all know, UpNepa, like she said earlier, is a place where we educate, inform, and make great awareness about the electric power sector. If you're just joining us for the first time, you can join us on UpNepa on Facebook and on YouTube at UpNepa_. platform, and you can um, share, like, subscribe, and press on the notification button so that anytime we have something new on UpNepa, you'll be the first to get informed.
Yes, like she said, if you're just tuning in, you're welcome. And don't forget to grab that cup of coffee, of course, and that bowl of cocoa and sit tight as Up Nepa. Of course, Up Nepa always brings something interesting and something electrifying every Friday morning. So we've been on the series of rainy season a lot for a couple of weeks now, and we've had guests who came to share with us some tips that we can adhere to protect our lives, to protect our homes and our properties. But that conversation or those conversation will not be complete if we don't talk about a very important topic, which usually makes the headlines during the raining season. And of course, trust us in Up Nepa to always bring something exciting on your table this morning. So sit tight as we unveil that for you.
You know what, Vicky? One thing about UpNepa is that we always go out of our way without leaving any topic
Sure, sure,
untouched.
sure, sure.
We make sure we look for the topic that fits the situation.
Mm-hmm.
During when there was no light, people were harassing me as far as the entrepreneur. They're talking about fish. Now, it's raining season. So there must be something. I know our UpNepa team have cooked something. So let me not spill the bean. Let me
And
allow
garnish
you.
it with your
Let me not
fish.
spill the bean.
They have put something and
I'll
garnish
use
it
it
with your fish.
So
So
let me
it's
not
going to
spill
be
the bean.
very
Let me not
it's
spill the
going to be an
bean.
exciting one. Okay, so many people assume that whenever it's rainy season, when there is water release from the dams, it's always usually sudden. And sometimes they even go ahead to blame the operators for, whenever there is flooding. But on today's episode, we are not just going to be talking about the water being released. We're going to be looking at how dams are being managed during rainy season and what communication process happened before these water releases, and of course the responsibility of the government agencies, the communities, and the practical safety measures we should take as the consumers. And trust of Nepa, we're not going to be doing that alone. We've invited someone amazing to join us this morning, and he's also going to be addressing some of those misconceptions that people have about, dam release and dam operators and so on and so forth. And this morning, yeah, to help us understand that or to help us dissect this discussion proper, we have with us Malam Suleiman Abdullah Shagwa, retired but not tired staff. I love that. Of South Power Company Limited, operators of Shiroro Dam Limited. And he was the head of department operations and had been in the system over 39 years of service. But he retired on the 24th. Sorry, retired on September 2024, I beg your pardon. And we are very delighted to have him join us this morning as he's going to be giving us. So just sit tight. Please sit tight. Don't go anywhere on the radio set and sit tight. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Up Nepa.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Thank you.
I'm
We are happy
delighted
to
be
see you. I
here.
think you were here, I think last year. Yes,
Yes.
we are happy to
Yes.
see you
Yes.
back here again.
Yes.
You are welcome. So, sir,
Thank
we're going
you.
to be diving deep into going straight to this discussion proper so that our audience will know what this dam is all about. To start with, many Nigerians only hear about dam. like dam release whenever there is rainy season. Can you please briefly take us through that line and explain the primary function of the dam beyond electricity generation?
Yeah, the primary function of the dam's functions has many functions,
Okay.
but the main common primary function of it, which mostly we know, is electricity generation. Apart from that, we have irrigation dams, we have flood control dams,
Okay.
and we have water supply dams, and the rest of them.
Okay, sir. Like you said, they have different dams during this season.
Yeah.
But sir, I would like the audience would like you to please explain to us, how do engineers monitor this water during the rainy season? You know, during this rainy season, it's usually a difficult time. So, and during that time, the dams are usually flooded with water, enough water. So, how do engineers monitor this dams during the rainy season, and what equipment or let's say technology help you to know the water is approaching a critical level?
We have during rainy season, generally we have regular monitoring of water level in the dam. But during rainy season, the intensity increases. Particularly, like example, in my station, we increase it in hourly. We monitor it out, that physical inspection of the water level hourly. However, in addition to that, we have automated networks that tracks the water level, exact water flow. That's instant water level to report to the control room and other stakeholders in water management, the station. Have such equipment.
So that means just where you said it's not on a daily basis, it's being measured, it's on an hourly basis.
That's
during
physical, but we have automatic monitoring device that continuously monitor the inflow at any time.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's throughout the season.
Throughout the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for that. I have to take you back to the first questions I asked. So you mentioned different types of dams and their function. But what is before this water is being released? Is there how is communication being passed to those communities downstream? How is information being passed? And how do the operators, prepare these communities about whenever there is a release or there's about to be a release of this water?
Yeah, there are many communication channels we use, particularly an example of Shoro Power Station. We have about 4 stages. The first stage is warning letters to all emirs, district heads, village heads, ward heads, agencies, etc., and the rest of them. The second one is organizing stakeholders, flood control, sensitization workshops. Yeah. Then the third one is using TV, radio announcements through Hausa language, Nupe, Bagi, and the English languages. Then the fifth one or the fourth one is sounding the siren when we're about to release the water at the time or at the day of releasing the water.
The particular day, not a day before.
No, not a day before, the particular day. We sound a siren of 25-kilometer range for at least 1 hour to alert both the upstream and downstream communities that water is about to be released. Then followed by gradual release of the water through the spillway.
Okay.
That's during flood control.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So I'm still talking about you just said you make announcements for this, you blow siren to create awareness that within some hours or so minutes,
Yeah.
water will be released to the upstream and the downstream.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, but sir, while releasing these waters and all these things, how closely do you work with these emergency management agencies or authorities in case of why spilling the water, or maybe when you make, like, okay, let's say subsequently typical Nigerian,
Yeah.
they feel maybe last year you made the announcement and nothing happened. You blew the siren, maybe the water that came did not even do anything to them. It was not something to write home about to make them scared. But how do you, okay, and maybe the following year decide not to adhere to the messages, information, all these things. How closely do you work with the these people, the management, or emergency management agencies, to ensure that in case of any um, this thing, emergency might occur? How close do you work with them to be able to avert any form of threat to life and property?
Yeah, we work closely with them to map out emergency plan strategy with them. One, the operators monitors the dam and the flow data are submitted to local authorities, of which they will give it to all these emergency agencies like SEMA and NEMA. With that, they will now use it to warn the local communities of the dangers ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sophia said something very interesting. Like a typical Nigerian, no matter some people after the warning, the siren, the letters, and all that, some people still find it difficult to evacuate or to take safety measures. What would be your advice to those who ignore this? Because probably the last time or the previous time it happened, nothing happened, right? What would be your advice to, or what can you say? What are the practical things, or what can you say to those people that don't adhere to maybe those warning signs?
Actually, for those who don't adhere to the warning, I don't know, except we normally use, we have law enforcement agencies such as Marine Police and our safety department corp members that make sure that they go around and evacuate them out of the danger zones. And normally, it's supposed to be that once a notice is given, it's expected that the down community should be able to find their own ways out of lower level zone to higher level, and also avoid unnecessary crossing of the water and fishing in case within that period, to avoid the catastrophe that may happen if water is released.
Okay. Well, sorry, sir. I will still take you a little bit back to the issue where you said anytime you want to release water, a whistle is being blown to a siren to create awareness that something is happening in an hour or this thing. So during that period while we are releasing the water, do you just release the water at once, or do you make it like step by step? So because let's just say, okay, here is a bowl of food now. And you say, come and eat. I'll eat. Everybody wants to eat to satisfy. But when you're giving a child, like, breakfast is breakfast, lunch is lunch, dinner is dinner, it helps. So when you're releasing the water, are you doing it at once, or these measures? Or
we don't do it at once. I mentioned it that time as the fifth stage is to start releasing water gradually. They will start releasing it gradually as the downstream start absorbing the awareness, start knowing that water is coming. We start increasing gradually. As it's giving them more awareness that yes, water is
Fully.
actually
Oh, okay.
coming up fully, so we can operate up to maximum without any disaster.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Okay, today we are with Malam Suleiman Abdullah Shagwa, and of course we're looking at how dam operation is, the functions, the importance, and the safety tips that involves whenever water is being released or water is being released. And if you're just tuning in, like I said, this is Up Nepa, and don't forget you can watch this program live on Facebook at Up Nepa platform and on YouTube at Up Nepa underscore platform. You're live, and don't forget to don't forget to hit the follow button, hit the notification button, like, comment, and share to someone so that someone will be, maybe your friend or family, would be enlightened, will be informed about the power sector. And don't worry, don't forget also you can join us in the studio by reaching us on 09038808883, 09038808883. Let's hear from you. Have you ever experienced or heard about, water release, and were you given warning sign before the flooding comes? Do you think communities receive enough information? Do you think you receive enough information whenever this is being the warning sign is there, and whenever the communication is there as well? So let's hear from you. Or what do you know? What do you think about the dam operation and the water releases? And if you have any question also, we have a guest here that will answer to those questions. Like I said, don't forget to watch us live on Facebook at UpNepa platform and on YouTube at UpNepa underscore platform. Do well to drop your comments. We are here. Of course, we are going to read them and answer those or some of those concerning questions you have whenever there is water release. Okay, before the calls start coming in, sir, what example would you give? Okay, you mentioned some of this operation, but you've not given us how this work, like what's happened before or during this water release. What are the things that happen in-house before? Okay, you say, okay, this is what we'll do, this will happen, this is what we'll do if this happen, or this is what we'll not do if this happen.
That's before the spilling.
Yes.
And after the spilling.
First of all, we have to make sure before the spilling, if the spilling is about that during dry season, we have level where we call give level, where the water is exactly at the point, even if the gate is full open,
Okay.
the water levels are at the point that it can start flipping down.
Okay.
So if it reaches that stage, we carry out maintenance of our spillway gates
Okay.
to make sure that they are structurally okay for emergency operations
Okay.
during flood control when the flood comes in, and other technical maintenance that we normally carry out.
Okay.
Then we start monitoring the lake level, that's the reservoir level, based on minute forecast. That's based on weather forecast for that year.
Okay.
We'll be able to know if the water level, that's if there will be higher rainfall within that period. We start running down our lake to create empty space to accommodate the high inflow that we're expecting based on the forecast.
Okay.
Okay.
Where the what rainfall overshadow the volume, that's why we now go on thinking of how to now start spilling the excess.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You talked
These are
about
some of the activities we do
Activities that
before
Okay.
the rainy
Okay, you talked
season.
about depending on the weather forecast. How important is weather forecast or this forecasting before you release?
Local forecast is very, very important for us because we have one, it determines our electricity generation. We'll be able to know that year, based on their forecast, we'll be able to know whether we'll be able to generate more electricity demand or not, based on their forecast. And using their forecast, we use it for biannual forecasting of our generation.
Okay.
Yes, we have we normally meet 2 times in a year. We forecast for energy generation for 6 months ahead, based on their forecast. We know that in June, this will be quantity of water we'll be able to expect in our lake, which will now give us the equivalent electricity generation we can be able to generate. July, August, up to 6 months. Then after that, we forecast again.
Does this forecast?
Secondly, it gives us a chance to make schedule for our maintenance of our generators. The period we know that there will be less inflow or dry season, we take out most of our generators for maintenance. And also, it also give us, just as I said, it also give us chance to create, based on their focus I've said earlier, to create more, to enable us draw more water from our lake. If based on their focus, we were expecting more rain. But a season where they forecast there will be no much rain, then we have to manage that water to enable us run out throughout the year without stopping.
So does it help to reduce emergencies? Like this forecast?
Of course, yes, well, to reduce emergencies. Based on their forecast, to reduce emergencies. Yes. Just as I've said, by the time we create more empty space for the inflow to come in, it has reduced excessive inflow that we are expecting to enable us speed and also make us to conserve more energy.
That's beautiful.
That's good. All right, sir. Still, let's dive back a little bit. Spoke about risk. We're talking about this. Let's dive back and talk about risk now again. So, how do you identify some of these communities that are mostly at risk downstream? How do you identify them? Most at least, are there any regular assessments or vulnerable settlements that?
Yes, there are. There are topographical assessment, geographical assessment, and we have also remote sensors like satellites to be able to detect the communities that are vulnerable to, that are close to vulnerable areas. Also, we have surveyors that carry out regular checks to study their housing structures, where they are being built, their farming lands, and other environmental areas which you normally monitor. That's what enable them to, or enable us to detect those communities that are
mostly at risk,
mostly to be affected during emergencies.
Thank you very much.
Action will be taken again towards them.
Our line is buzzing, and let's take our call. Our first call for the day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, up Nepa.
Let there be light.
I fire prayer to my senior brother over here. Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Please, what are the challenges that you are facing, and whenever there is rainfall and you see it's problem, you start thinking much after the rain that you yourself are going to checkmate, and after that rain, is it emergency to checkmate or after some hours to checkmate where there is problem if there is rainfall? One. And secondly, what am I going to put it? Whenever your staff is in the process of work and he lost his life, how do you think that? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that question.
The first question is if there is rain, you say how do we check it after the rain? Well, whether there's rain instantly or not, our own concern is monitoring the level of our dam. Because rain may happen here and may not happen here, but our level will still increase. Because rain can happen like in Shiroro case. We are operating along Kaduna River. So there may be heavy downpour in Kaduna. We may not be aware. So all we monitor is our lake level and the rate of inflow. So that's what allows us to be ready to take any emergency action in case.
Thank you very much.
And the second one is in case somebody lost is
about insurance.
Operators of they have necessary instruments on ground to take care of that. And with NSP, their own is okay, very super.
Okay,
Thank you.
We are not praying for any
harm
loss,
to happen. All right, thank you very much, sir. Let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Let there be light. Good morning. Up Nepa.
My name is Ambassador the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tudumpuna, Mississippi. My own is just an advice. Please, I would like the officer in the studio now. Please, they should be doing what we call monitoring and evaluation constantly on this dam. You know, they will get filled, you understand. And please, I would like them to place a jingle on this radio station, creating more awareness and orientation. Because of those people who are close to the dam, letting them know that it is a very secret. You know, sometimes, you understand, you create awareness, they will not live there, you walk to the dam, and it will destroy their farm, properties, and houses. So you see, please, I would like you people to create more creation of awareness and orientation so that anytime they are releasing the water, it's very important. They should be listing those areas that there is dam. You understand? Because you see, we should save our life for people like me and you who love them. Because life doesn't have duplicates. Life is precious.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Gibu, for that question. But sorry, before you answer that question, to add to it, what are the system or what are the plans made? He talked about monitoring, right? Is there any investment being made of to properly assess this monitoring every time before water release?
Yes, we have investments. Like now, presently, one of the investment going on in Shore Power Station is the renovation of the spillway gates.
Okay.
They also invest in the modern monitoring technologies for international best practices, which they also involve both. They invest in that's in cooperation with public and international corporations or international best practices. They also invest in training of the operators carrying out those monitoring activities, and also acquiring new modern water level dictators, gauges.
Okay.
Yeah, we have many areas of the invest to improve safety.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, sir, apart from all these investments you just made, sir, you said, and about the release of water, the risks, and all you've educated us this morning about, are there, can you please tell our audience and people mostly in those downstream that are usually affected by this thing, are there steps that you can give us as safety steps to families that when this water is being released, steps they should take to avoid loss of lives and property?
Yes, just as I said earlier, if they receive such letters or warnings, they are expected to leave the riverine area on themselves and settle at the higher site levels. 2, they should avoid unnecessary fishing.
Fishing, okay.
Yeah. 3, they should avoid unnecessary crossing of the river within that period. Yes. And other precautionary measures that, and also obey the alerts given, the emergency alerts being given to them by the emergency agencies. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take another call before I read our comments on our social media. Okay, so don't forget to. All right. Hello, good morning.
Morning of Nepa.
Let there be light.
Before the Nepa officer is about 4 to
You're welcome.
Mine is going to be adding voice, especially on flooding. When we observe the downstream of the dam, especially the Shiru Dam, the Ziru Dam, that are hydropower dam, if you observe, you look at the vegetative cover. The vegetative cover is completely clear. You cannot find grass, you cannot find trees along the river. So the ground, the surface runoff, once there is rain, of course, it ends, leading to all these flooding. I want to advise that the campaign for flooding, for people for awareness of flooding, should be taken to the community, especially civic society that are based in the community along the riverine area, and also the traditional the ruler, maybe the Mengwa, the Bekati, so that people will be enlightened, people will be informed that look, each time there is likely to be this, especially the weather forecast. Once it's released, it's a matter of reaching out to the civil society, and then they reaching out to the regional ruler, get experts to go and talk to people. If not, this is how we continue to experience a lot of property being destroyed, life being lost as a result of flooding, and as a result of these dams, as hydroelectric power dams in this our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that contribution. Very important. Okay, we have comments on our social media. This is coming from Samson Ghana. Said, good morning. Aside notifications and publicity, are there other steps taken to minimize the potential impacts the released water may have on communities? Then another comment from Herbert Ghana. I said, good morning. Please, I want to know if during excess water spillage, communities close to the river bank are warned not to go fishing or swimming in the river. I think you just said that, right? Okay, that's all. So the first person that asked, aside notification and other steps that are taken to minimize potential impacts during the release of this water to communities.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like you also answered this question about traditional.
Traditional,
Yes.
yeah. I know. So he's just asking, aside those things you mentioned, is there any other steps to be taken?
I still said that. I said we use marine police and our own safety department agencies that go around to sensitize them physically during that particular period of spillage.
Okay. Thank you very much. Don't forget the number to call is 090-388-08883. Let's click on the call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Up Nepa.
Let there be light.
Thank you. I feel very pleased a lot of the other for the radio and the book.
You're welcome.
First of all, there's no matter of doubt. Today, the profile of rights, they are more inclusive than ever before. Congratulations for that.
That's beautiful.
In Niger State, I will use Niger State to step around Nigeria. In Niger State, who hold all the dams, who supplies Nigeria, even including from outside countries. Today, what is the benefit of Niger State? Is it bad? The whole Niger State should be 3 meters free to perform the digital meter in Nigeria. Of course, Niger State, the sabotage that go on in Niger State over the power. How many percentage in Nepa they have been paid to the Niger State to conquer the problem of fraud in Niger State? We see today some countries are looking this opportunity Niger State get the socialist power. They are supplied in Nigeria. I believe if the federal government wants to do the right thing, Niger State is not going to cry for all these things. I think that's not bad. Niger State today to have free digital meters to run the line.
Okay, do you have
Niger State we to pay what they are using.
Do you have any question to ask our guests concerning the dam?
Thank you, and that's my thought. Further going to look over that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that.
That's insightful.
Okay, don't forget you can drop your comments on our Facebook at UpNepa platform and on YouTube at UpNepa_ platform. Drop your comments and we are here. We'll read them out. If you have any questions for our guests, for him to enlighten you or educate you more about the dam operation and whenever water releases. If there's any question at all, please do well to drop your comment and do well to call so that he can answer to those questions. Okay, sir. But what I think before the next call comes in, what would you say to Nigerians whenever they hear that water is being released? What is the general decision they should take note of?
Yes, whenever they hear.
Yeah, there's water release or there's going to be water release. What should they be aware of?
Actually, mostly concern those within the riverine areas, from upstream to downstream. Jabash, Zungeru, Shigoro, Kanji. What should come to their mind is preparedness to leave the danger areas. That's what should come to their mind. And but we as human beings, particularly in Nigeria, we are fond of particularly those both in the upper stream and the downstream. Every year we are fond of farming close to the river, always with the assumption that before the water comes, I will harvest mine. Most of them they lose their crops every year and they didn't repeat. I'm expecting them to such people should avoid taking such type of risk. Yes, and once they hear anything of water release, they prepare for their journey across the water should know when to take such type of journey to avoid any catastrophe, particularly those using canoe and just minor boats.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's take another call.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning.
This is Emmanuel Collins from Minahia.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Please, I want to ask a question. You are just in the studio. Why is it that this that
Hello.
why are you to me? Why is it that this already during any season like this, we need to have constant light? You can say enjoy light up to 12 to 16 hours. I'm observant because the rest of my work have to do with light. But during heat period, you need to see that the Shiroro Dam there is dry, the water level there is down, this and that, this and that. We never enjoy, but during rainy season, we used to have constant light. I'm a president, I'm observant of this thing. Why is it like that? Didn't they make adequate plan for all these things? During rainy season, there be steady light. During the dry season, that's in February, March, April. You need to start the year that all this water level, this dam, no water in the dam, this and that. Why is it? Why can't they make adequate plan so that during that heat period we leave it most, we enjoy it?
Thank you very much for your
Thank
observation.
you.
He said that is what they've been observing.
Yes, what she's saying is true.
Mhm.
Actually, like a hydropower station, we have seasonal water, like Shiroro. We operate at a maximum between July, August, September, October, November, up to maybe middle of December, ending of December sometimes. But anything January, February, March start going down. And as I've said, it's based on the forecast. By the time we forecast, we normally, I said already that we have what we call biannual operational and hydrological meeting. So during that period, we discuss on how the pattern of our generation in hydro will go. You should know that it is not only hydro power station we have in Nigeria. We have gas power station. We have steam power stations in other parts of the country like Lagos, Delta, Benin, and the rest of them. So it is expected that during rainy season, hydropower stations should operate at maximum. And during dry season, all these gas power stations and steam power stations should operate at maximum. While we were managing our water to scale through. We try our best to make sure that we operate throughout the year by managing the water. But during this period, we have to operate at maximum because we don't want to release water. Releasing water through this period is a loss to us. We don't do it at our own wish because we don't want it. We are losing money. It's not a small money we are losing. To operate, to open one gate to respill water, we are losing money seriously. So we don't even want it. So that's why we were forced to operate at maximum during this period. Then as we go on, we start coming down. Whether I like it or not, rain will stop falling. So our lake will start coming down. So we start managing the water. It's expected at that time gas power stations should be able to peak. But Nigerian problem, small time here, within a period that we are hydropower stations, the critical situation, maybe March, January, February, March, start hearing thermal power station complaining of shortage of gas. Because this gas, unlike our own, we control our own water. But thermal power station, they don't control their gas. Mostly, they have gas owners separating, which supply gas to them. And those gas owners can take maintenance of their equipment anytime, thereby forcing a station to shut down. So those are most of the problems that used to cause low generation during dry season.
Okay.
Yes, where hydropower stations are not there to support. They that we are line on will be countering these problems of gas shortages.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you very much for those insightful response, and I believe our audience out there have been well informed. To our audience, an early warning is not meant to create panic. It is meant to save life. So ignoring official warning can be a serious consequences. Communities should also have responsibility to play, and people should avoid building on flooded paths or obstructing natural waterways, as this action increase flood risks at all time. So, sir, thank you very much for coming. And before I allow Vicky to say anything, sir, I would like to have your final words, because what you said now was just responding to the question.
Yes. And I love what you said, because a lot of people don't really know the function of the hydro, the gas plant during the season, dry and rainy season. So I love how you break it down. Yeah. So
into syllables.
So what I want to say to the public, particularly the down and upstream communities, is they should adhere to all the safety alerts and warnings that are normally given to them, even before and after flooding periods. They should always be alert and adhere to them strictly to avoid any dangerous happening.
All
right, thank you very much. We appreciate you, Malam Suleiman Abdullah Shago. I hope I pronounced all the names correctly. Thank you for joining us and helping us understand the science behind dam operations and the importance of preparedness during rainy season. To our audience, it's important to understand that while dams help reduce flooding, they cannot completely eliminate flood risk, especially during extreme rainfall. So flood management requires collaboration between dam operations, emergency agencies, local governments, and the public. We all have a role to play here to ensure safety during water release. And please stay informed. Please pay attention to official warnings. You don't say, it did not happen last time now, so why am I here? And he talked about those farming close to the rivers. Please also take safety measures while doing that. And prepare early, because safety begins with awareness. Safety begins with awareness. Until we meet next time, remember, a warning ignored today could become tomorrow's emergency. But a warning accepted upon or acted upon can save a whole lot of life. So let's do well to adhere the warning sign before the water is being released and take safety measures as well. Thank you very much once again, our guests, and to all our audience that called, to those that commented. We want to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning into Up Nepa. You all make this show amazing. You make us enjoy talking about electricity. Thank you very much. And to Up Nepa crew, thank you. And to myself, thank you very much. Until we meet next week Friday, same time, 8 a.m. Please, once it's 8 a.m., rush to tune in on your radio sets. Log into our Facebook, log into our YouTube, and get informed, get educated about the power sector. Thank you. We love you from here, and from all of us at Up Nepa, we want to wish you a very productive weekend. Up Nepa.
But before you go, Vicky, before you go, you've forgotten to tell that you should always engage on our social media pages.
Yes.
As people are loving us, calling us, but the engagement is not giving us the vibe. It's not
giving us vibe.
You should engage. We want that controversial.
It's coming up. So we need your engagement. We need your contribution. We need your encouragement, right? Those comments, those likes, those follows.
Maybe it might be the next minister of power. You don't know. So contribute so that from there they'll pick you to come and be a consultant.
Of course, and
Mhm.
definitely you will see something that will inform you.
Mhm.
Definitely you see something that will enlighten you. There's
Mhm.
nothing when it comes to Up Nepa, it's about education, information, enlightenment,
Even entertainment.
even entertainment.